What is going on, guys? Gaga XC's 2000 here, and I am going to show you my Elemental Hero Pendulum Monster deck. So, I know you're thinking, oh, Pendulum Monsters, what do you mean? So, what I did was I got Pendulum Monsters. They're fake cards, I guess, but I tried to make them as real as possible, and just go with me. Just go with it. Go with me on this. I'll show you the Pendulum Monsters after I get through the other monsters. So, yeah, it's Elemental Hero Pendulum deck. So, let's go. First thing off, we got two Neos, whatever. We got one Rainbow Dragon for Rainbow Neos, and there's my Arc 5 symbol. I just wrote it on my hand. We have one Neospatian Air Hummingbird for Air Neos, and a pretty friggin' sweet effect. One Glow Moss, one Aqua Dolphin, one Grand Mole, and one Dark Panther to round up all the Neospatians and stuff. For Elemental Heroes, we have two Avion, pretty explanatory. Two Burstinatrix, one Clayman, one Sparkman, one Bubbleman, and one Blade Edge. And for other monsters that I think are cool, Winkaribo and Winkaribo level 10. I also have Transcendent Wings for my spell cards, so that's why. And just for fun, we have one Blackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning, just because I like him. And now, for what you've all been waiting for, these kind of fake/real Pendulum monsters. So, for a scale of 8, we have two Magician of Chronomancies, and these are English copies, so pretty cool actually. I like these cards. I tried to make them as real as possible. So, no copyright intended, really. So, yeah, just kind of cool 8 cards. So, what his effect is you, if you control no monsters, you can activate this card. So, his first effect is, if a Pendulum monster you control battles, your opponent cannot activate any trap cards till the end of the damage step. And his second effect, if you do not have a Magician or Odd Eyes card in your other Pendulum Zone, this card's Pendulum Scale becomes 4. So, and then his spell card effect, I don't know. I get these mixed up, whether they're spell card or monster effect. Well, the effect down here is, once per turn, your cards in your Pendulum Zone cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So there's Magician of Chronomancy. Let's see here. We have 3 of the Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. 3 Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Now, what this card is, the Pendulum monster version of Odd Eyes Dragon. Now, his effect, monster effect, I think, or spell effect, I don't know. You can only use each Pendulum effect, you can only use each Pendulum effect, for Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon once per turn. You take no battle damage from battles involving a Pendulum monster you control. During your end phase, you can destroy this card, and if you do, add 1 Pendulum monster with 1500 attack or less from your deck to your hand. And then his other effect down here is, any battle damage your opponent takes from battles involving this card and an opponent's monster is doubled. So, yeah, pretty cool version of Odd Eyes Dragon. So yeah, we have 2 Magicians of Astromancy. Magician of Astromancy is pretty friggin' sweet. I like his effect. Personally, I don't know why, I've liked Magician of Chronomancy just a little bit better, because one, his arm thing looks like a dual disc, and that's pretty cool. And I don't know, he just looks kind of better. Sorry, Astromancy. So he has a pendulum scale of 1, and His effect is this effect right here. If your Pendulum monster battles, your opponent cannot activate spell cards until the end of the damage step. If your other Pendulum monster does not have Magician or Odd Eyes in its card name, this card Pendulum scale becomes 4. So that's the same last effect as Chronomancy. And once per turn, when a Pendulum monster you control is returned to your hand by your opponent's card effect, you can special summon one monster with the same level as the returned monster from your hand. So yeah, pretty cool Pendulum monster. Now I don't know if this is a real card because the card picture looks a lot fake, or not fake, but not Yu-Gi-Oh! What Yu-Gi-Oh! Would kind of show. So I don't know if this is a real Pendulum monster or not. To whoever, if this is not a real Pendulum monster, whoever made this is freaking awesome because I like this card. Desolate Dragon, and he has a Pendulum scale of 12. So I don't know if that's a real card because I haven't seen any scale 12 Pendulum monsters yet besides him. So this effect right here is once per turn during either player's turn. Dragon and Pendulum monsters you control are unaffected by spell or trap cards or monsters' effects. And this effect down here, you can only control one face-up Desolate Dragon. That's why I have just one. During your main phase 1, you can banish this card, and if you do, select one dragon or Pendulum monster in your graveyard or extra deck, special summon it. You cannot conduct the battle phase the turn you activate this effect. So that's a pretty cool card. I like that. And then, to round it up, I just wanted to show you guys 3 Odd Eyes Dragon. So just to show you what he looks like, he's level 7, 25 attack, 22,000 defense. And its effect is when this card destroys an opponent's monster of the battle, send it to the graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the destroyed monster's attack. Or his original attack. So that's really cool. He's kind of like Flame Wingman, just half. But then he gets better when he goes to Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon because his attack or whatever damage is dealt is doubled. So there we go. For the trap cards, we have not many trap cards actually. We have 2 Magic Cylinders, pretty standard, and then we have 1 Raigeki Bottle. Each time a monster you can control declares an attack, place 1 Thunder counter on this card. You can send this card with 4 or more Thunder counters to the graveyard, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. 1 Elemental Recharge. Gain 1,000 life points for each elemental hero monster on, is it your side of the field, or? Yep, on your side of the field that includes an elemental hero in its name. 1 Hero Barrier. 1 Draining Shield. 1 Call of the Haunted. And 1 Mirror Force. So, basic staple trap cards. Don't need many of them, so, yeah. Now, for spell cards, I like the spell cards, obviously. We have Transcendent Wings for Wing Karibo level 10. You have, obviously, 3 Polymerizations. 3 E-Calls. 1 Oversoul. I have quite a lot of field spell cards. I'll get to those in a sec. We have 1 Reinforcement of the Army. 1 Super Polymerization. 1 Fusion Gate. 1 Skyscraper. And 1 Neospace. So, Neospace is probably my favorite out of all of them. Well, I don't know. Skyscraper is really cool, too, because you could put just, say, Sparkman on the field, and during the damage step, his attack would be 2,600. So, it's pretty cool, actually, if the other monster's attack is higher. So, now, time for the extra deck. The extra deck doesn't have any cool, sweet Pendulum stuff or anything like that. So, here is the extra deck. We have 1 Rainbow Neos. 1 Elemental Hero Divine Neos. 1 Elemental Hero Chaos Neos. 1 Elemental Hero Marine Neos. 1 Elemental Hero Air Neos. 1 Elemental Hero Dark Neos. 1 Elemental Hero Glow Neos. 1 elemental hero Grandiose. Elemental hero The Shining. We have 2 of him. 1 elemental hero Great Tornado. 1 elemental hero Absolute Zero. 1 elemental hero Shining Flare Wingman, along with elemental hero Flame Wingman. We have 2 elemental hero Gaias. 1 elemental hero Electrum, and I have been able to actually pull him off. Like, I didn't think I would ever be able to pull him off, because I thought it was such a slim chance of getting all 4 monsters needed to make him: Clayman, Bubbleman, Burstinatrix, and Avion. And I didn't think so, and the only other way I thought I would use it is if my other opponent was using a hero deck also, and I would use Super Polymerization, but I've actually been able to get him out and win a lot of duels a lot of times. So we have 1 elemental hero Tempest. Tempest is, I hardly ever pull him out, but, you know, he's a good elemental hero. 2800 attack, can't beat that. Rampart Blaster, he's a really good, or she, I don't know, is a really good card, because even if it's in defense mode, it can still inflict 1,000 points of direct damage, so pretty cool. So I always have it face up on the field, or face up in defense mode on the field, and it's always a good defensive card, and your opponent can't run from the 1,000 points of damage. We have 1 Vision Hero Trinity. I really love Trinity because he's got 2,500 attack, and when he's fusion summoned, you could double his original attack. And I don't know if that's still the end phase, but he can attack 3 times during the battle phase, but he can't attack directly. So, very, very cool. 1 Vision Hero Adoration. Adoration is just a card, like if I'm in a tight spot, I can just pull him out, 2,800 attack. Really good. And I can select one of my hero monsters and 1 monster on my opponent's side of the field. And so say I had, just say, elemental hero Blade Edge out on the field. You could take Blade Edge's attack and subtract it from one of your opponent's attack points, or one of your opponent's monster's attack points. So say your monster's attack points were 2,500. Use his effect with Blade Edge, and that monster's attack would be 0. So, really good card. Or, if you're going on offensive, he's got 2,800 attack, so just use Polymerization or Fusion Gate, get him out, and you've got a really powerful monster. So, there you go. And for the last extra deck, Hero Champion Excalibur. 2 level 4 warrior types. Not a problem. Once per turn, you can attach 2 Xyz materials from this card, and he doubles his original attack until the end phase. So, really good card. So, you get 2 level 4s, overlay, and there you go. You got a 4,000. So, there you go. I hope you liked this video. And where did my pendulum monsters go? There we go. Here they are. Hope you liked the video. So, this is Guy Xyz 2000 signing off. Later, guys.